What's going on, my silly little motherfucker? Alright, listen. This is the Rikers Island chicken story. So, this is a story that every time I tell it to people, I don't even tell it to make people laugh. For some reason, their reactions or like whatever. Some laughs along the way, but here goes. It was 2012. I was flying back into the country. I've been out fucking overseas for a billion years. So I come back into the country. And when I'm going through the customs check-in, you know, they give you that funny look like, hey, maybe we can help you find a taxi cab or something. So all of a sudden, it's like, I know what that is. That's a warrant. So no big deal. So I go, motherfuckers, there in JFK or whatever. You got a warrant. I'm like, all right, motherfucker, no problem. So I'm hanging out there. So the way it works out is they hand you the Port Authority cops, and Port Authority cops read you your rights, and then they take you, and then they give you the NYPD, and you run through the courts, and then you go to the nefarious basement where that big Samoan tried to fucking kill Beatty. Then you're there for a couple of no, it was actually good this time. It was only one day. So it was one day for that fucking nefarious fucking peanut butter, and for my Boricua fucking CO down in Tampa. Motherfuckers, why you gotta serve people peanut butter like that? Like, for real. I know you retired, but that was vicious stuff. Anyway, all of a sudden, they put you on this fucking big bus, shackled to the floor. And all of a sudden, the bus takes you over to Rikers Island. So yeah, you can go out of two Rikers Island. You can go Rikers the Island or Rikers the Boat in the South Bronx. Now, if you're lucky, you go to Rikers the Island. You don't go to Rikers the Boat, because the Love Boat, that shit is pretty fucked up. It's in a fucked up neighborhood. The people there have fucked up dreams. They're sleeping when I don't have that. And they wake up and they're in a nightmare. They're in the South Bronx. Anyway, I'm Puerto Rican, I can say that. So anyway, so I'm put on this boat, and we're going through the whole fucking thing of the boat, processing all kinds of stuff. This boat is fucked up. I mean, this is like the you know, different tiers and stuff, but the nefarious motherfuckers, they put me up there because what they locked me up for, they didn't know what I was. I could have been like a fucking Michael Myers or whatever, and you'll crack up on exactly what it was I was in there for. So anyway, I got brought into this like big fucking rec room. There's like 50 motherfuckers in the most uncomfortable bunks in the world. And you got like a blanket and a blanket. This is what you got. You don't got a fucking thing. I think they gave you a fucking towel that if you hold that towel up, you can look at motherfuckers. A little toothbrush is like this big, like for midgets. And about 3 bars of soap that you could fucking bathe for 3, 4, or 5 years, and that bar of soap is still intact. You can read what it says on it. Anyway, so I go there, fuck it. I just crash the fuck out. I fall asleep. And in the morning, you wake up and you see the cast of characters. Wow, motherfuckers. Because I was in one of those units. So all of a sudden, I'm in that. And I'm in this fucking weird fucking multi-fucking murderers, killers, all kinds of shit. I'm like, whatever, cool. Then the funny thing about it was, when I was in this fucking thing, I was like, all right, let me just, it's breakfast time. The fuck am I complaining for? Let me get up in the morning. I used to get on the line like everybody does. And you know, the guy with the fucking apron and the do-rag, he's the Anthony Bourdain for the morning. So all of a sudden, he's on the, like this little door opens up and he's serving food. So it's breakfast. So I'm like fucking starving. So I go, this motherfucker hands me a fucking a container of milk and 2 bananas. I'm like, what am I, a monkey? I'm fucking there looking, what the fuck am I gonna do with this? 30 minutes later, I'm like, this is a fucking good banana. I was like, what the fuck? Anyway, so I'm enjoying breakfast, which is fucking hideous. I was angry to the point where I was about to join a gang because I was like, fuck this fucking bananas and fucking milk. So I'm there and everybody's just sitting down watching The Simpsons. Like, no joke, if you're a grown man watching The Simpsons in jail, you gotta change your ways. So all of a sudden, I'm hanging in my bunk and I'm just hanging out there, no problem. I'm getting to know certain people who are certain people. And then at the end of the day, you know, I started developing my little crew. My little crew was a bunch of wild motherfuckers. Like, one guy that was a burglar, I told him, how you got caught? He's like, I don't know, I was just picking the lock, and all of a sudden I looked up and it said ADT, and the motherfucker triggered the alarm right in front of him. He had a sign telling him that the door has an alarm, and he's like, they're trying to pick the lock. They caught that motherfucker. So he's there. Yeah, another motherfucker, he was out there. He was like one of these like Caribbean Rick James motherfuckers. He was out of the club and got in a fight with some chick or whatever like that. So they arrested him. But the way they arrested him, he was still dressed in leather, but he had no shoes. It was fucked up. I was like, dude, how the fuck they get you? So no, I went home and then I went outside to get something out of the car. But by then I was just wearing I took off my shoes, my boots, and he just had slippers. And so he went outside. They caught up to him. They took him. It's like they fucked up. They took Rick James with no shoes, no boots. So I had Rick James. I had my burglar. My burglar's name was Earl.